Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to Mir Rashid Knowledge Studio. Today we learn about what is forex trading, an introduction to forex trading, what is the forex market, a brief history of the forex market, what is forex trading, why is the forex market so popular, who trades forex and why, advantage of trading the forex market. So let's start. A complete definition and introduction to forex. What is the forex market? Basically, the forex market is where banks, business, government, investor, and trader come to exchange and speculate on currencies. The forex market is also referred to as the FX market, currency market, foreign exchange currency market, or foreign currency market, and it is the largest and most liquid market in the world, with an average daily turnover of $3.98 trillion. The forex market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, with the most important world trading content being located in London, New York, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Paris, and Sydney. It should be noted that there is no central marketplace to the forex market. Trading is instead said to be conducted over the counter. It is not like stocks where there is a central marketplace with all orders processed like the NICE. Forex is a product quoted by all the major banks, and not all banks will have to exact same price. Now the broker platform take all these feeds from the different banks and the quotas we see from our broker are in approximate average of them. It's the broker who is effectively transaction the trade and taking the other side of it. They make the market of you. When you buy a currency pair, your broker is selling it to you, not another trade. Now next, what is the forex trading? I admit this part is going to be a little bit boring, but it's important to have some basic background knowledge of the history of the forex market so that you know a little bit about why it exists and how it got here. So here is the history of the forex market in a nutshell. In 1876, something called the Gold Exchange Standard was implemented. Basically, it said that all paper currency had to be backed by solid gold. The idea here was to stabilize world currencies by pegging them to the price of gold. It was a good idea in theory, but in reality it created boom-bust pattern which ultimately led to the demise of the gold standard. The gold standard was dropped around the beginning of World War II as major European countries did not have enough gold to support all the currency they were printing to pay for large military projects. Although the gold standard was ultimately dropped, the precious metal never lost its spot as the ultimate form of monetary value. The world then decided to have fixed exchange rate that resulted in the United States dollar being the primary reserve currency and that it would be the only currency backed by gold. This is known as the Bretton Woods system and it happened in 1944. Now you super excited to know that. In 1971 the US declared that it would no longer exchange gold for us. United States dollar that were held in foreign reserves. This marked the end of the Bretton Woods system. It was the breakdown of the Bretton Woods system that ultimately led to the mostly global acceptance of floating foreign exchange rate in 1976. This was effectively the birth of the current foreign currency exchange market. Although it did not become widely electrically traded until about the mid 1990s. Okay, now let's move on the some more entertaining topics. Forex trading, as it relates to retail trade like you and I, is the speculation on the price of one currency against another. For example, if you think the euro is going to rise against the United States dollar, you can buy the euro USD currency, pair low, and then hopefully sell it at a higher price to make a profit. Of course, if you buy the euro against the dollar, euro USD, and the United States dollar strength, you will then be in a losing position. So, it's important to be aware of the risk involved in trading forex and not only the reward. Being a forex trader offers the most amazing potential lifestyle of any profession in the world. It's not easy to get there, but if you are determined and disciplined, you can make it happen. Here's a quick list of skills you will need to reach your goals in the forex market. First, ability. Ability to make a loss without becoming emotional. Confidence. To believe in yourself and your trading strategy and to have no fear. Dedication. To become the best forex trader you can be. Discipline. To remain calm and unemotional in a realm of constant competition in the market. Flexibility. To trade changing market conditions successfully. Next, focus. To stay concentrated on your trading plan and not stay off course. Logic. To look at the market from an objective and straightforward perspective. Organization. To forge and reinforce positive trading habits. Patience. To wait for only the highest probability trading strategies according to your plan. Realism. To not think you are going to get rich quick and understand the reality of the market and trading. Self control. To not overtrade and over leverage your trading account. As trader, we can take advantage of the high leverage and volatility of the forex market by learning and mastering an effective forex trading strategy. Building an effective trading plan around that strategy and following it with ice-cold discipline, money management is key here. Leverage is a double-ended sword and can make you a lot of money fast or lose you a lot of money fast. The key to money management in forex trading is to always know the exact dollar amount you have at risk before entering a trade and be totally okay with losing that amount of money because any one trade could be a loser. More on money management later in the course. Advantage of trading the forex market. Forex is the largest market in the world with daily volume exceeding $3 trillion per day. This means liquidity which make it easy to get in and out of position. Trade whenever you want. There is no opening bell in the forex market. You can enter or exit a trade whenever you want from Sunday around 5 p.m. to Friday around 4 p.m. Ease of access. You can fund your trading account with as little as $250 at many retail broker and being traded the same day in some cases. Straight through order execution allow you to trade at the click of a mouse. Few currency pair to focus on instead of getting lost trying to analyze thousands of stocks. Freedom to trade anywhere in the world with the only requirement being a laptop and internet connection. Commission-free trading with many retail market make an overall lower transaction cost than stock and commodities. Allow traders to profit in any market condition and provide for high probability. Weekly trading opportunities. Also, there is no structural market pace like the long base of the stock market. So trade have equal opportunity to profit in rising or falling market. While the forex market is clearly a great market to trade, I would not all beginner Beginners that trading career both the potential for reward and risk. Many people come into the market thinking only about the reward and ignoring the risk involved. This is the fastest way to lose all of your trading account money. If you want to get started trading in forex market on the right risk, it is critical that you are aware of and accept the phase that you could lose in any given trade you take. Forex trading terminology. Forex market comes with a very own set of term and conditions. So before you go any deeper into learning how to trade the forex market, it's important you understand some of the basic forex terminology that you will encounter on your trading journey. Basic forex terms. Cross rate. The currency exchange rate between two currencies, both of which are not the official currencies of the country in which the exchange rate is given in. This phrase is also sometimes used to refer to currency Q2s which do not involve the United States dollar, regardless of which country the Q2s is provided in. For example, if an exchange rate between the British pound and the Japanese yen was in American newspaper, this would be considered a cross rate in the content. Because neither the pound in the yen is the standard currency of the US. However, if the exchange rate between the pound and the US dollar were in that same newspaper, it would not be considered a cross rate because the involve the United States official currency. Exchange rate. The value of one currency expressed in terms of another. For example, if euro or USD is 1.3 to 1 euro is worth 1.3200 US dollar. The smallest increment of price movement a currency can make, also called point or point. For example, 1 pip for the euro USD is equal to 0.0001 and 1 pip for the USD or JPY is equal to 0.01. Leverage. Leverage is the ability to gear your account into a position greater than your total amount margin. For instance, if a trade was $1,000 of margin in this account and the opens a $1 lakh position, he leverage his account by 100 times or 100. If he open a $2 lakh position with $1,000 of margin in his account, his leverage is 200 times. Increasing your leverage magnify both gains and losses. To calculate the leverage used, divide the total value of your open position by the total margin balance in your account. For example, if you have $10,000 of margin in your account and you open one standard lot of USD or JPY, 1 lakh unit of the base currency for $1 lakh, your leverage ratio is 10:1. If you open one standard of euro USD for $1,50,000, your leverage ratio is 15:1. Margin. The deposit required to open or maintain a position. Margin can be either free or used margin in the amount which is being used to maintain an open position, whereas free margin is the amount available to open new position. With $1,000 margin balance in your account and a 1% margin requirement to open a position, you can buy or sell a position worth up to national $1 lakh. This allows a trader to leverage his account by up to 100 times. If a trader's account falls below the minimum amount required to maintain an open position, he will receive a margin call requiring him to either add more money into his or her account to the close open position. Most brokers will automatically close a trade when the margin balance falls below the amount required to keep it open. The amount required to maintain an open position is dependent on the broker and could be 50% of the original margin required to open the trade. Next is spread. The difference between the sell quote and the buy quote or the bid and offer price. For example, if euro or USD quotes read 1.300 over 03, the spread is the difference between 1.32 and 1.32 or 3 pips. In order to break even on a trade, a position must move in the direction of the trade by an amount equal to the separate. Understanding forex currency pair. You will need to understand how to properly read a currency pair before you start trading them, so let's get started with us. The exchange rate of two currency is in a pair such as the Euro USD or the USD JPY. The reason for this is because in any foreign exchange transaction you are simultaneously buying one currency and selling another. If you were to buy the Euro USD and the Euro strength against the dollar, you would then be in a profitable trade. Here's an example of a forex for the Euro versus the United States dollar. The first currency in the pair, this is located to the left to the slash mark, is called the base currency, and the second currency of the pair that's located to the right of the slash market is called the counter of currency. If you buy the Euro or USD or any other currency pair, the exchange rate tells us how much you need to pay in terms of the currency to buy 1 unit of the base currency. In other words, in the example above, you have to pay 1.30 United States dollar to buy 1 euro. If you sell the euro for any other currency, the exchange rate tells how much of the currency you receive for selling 1 unit of the base currency. In other words, in the example above, you will receive 1.32 United States dollar if you will sell 1 euro. In easy way to think about it is like this: the base currency is the basis for the trade. So if you buy the Euro USD, you are buying euros because base currency, and selling dollar currency. If you sell the Euro USD, you are selling euros base currency and buying dollars. So whether you buy or sell a currency pair, it is always based upon the first currency in the pair, the base currency. The basic point of the forex trading is to buy a currency pair if you think its base currency will appreciate, increase in value relative to the quote currency. If you think the base currency will depreciate, lose value relative to the currency, you would tell the buy. Next, bid and ask price. Bid price. The bid is the price at which the market or you broker will buy a specific currency pair from you. Thus, at the bid price, a trade can sell the base currency to their broker. Ask price. The price is the price at which the market or your broker will sell a specific currency pair to you. Thus, it is the ask price you can buy the base currency from your broker. Bid or ask separate. The separate of a currency pair varies between broker, and it is the difference between the bid and ask the price. What is a professional forex trader? A professional forex trader is someone who uses price movement in the foreign exchange currency market to make profit. The aim of any forex trader is to win as many trades as possible and also to maximize those winning trades. A professional forex chart technician uses price chart to analyze and trade the market. By trading with an edge in the market, professional traders can put the odds in their favor to successfully trade price movement from point A to point B. Forex trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it is more difficult to make money in forex than what most popular forex system selling websites would have you believe. To trade profitability, we must not only have winning trades, but we must also cut our losing trade short so that our winner outpace or losers. You see, losing in an inevitable part of trading the forex market, and you must learn to lose properly by taking small losses relative to your winner. This means you must always trade with a stop loss on every trade you take and make sure the dollar amount you have at risk is an amount you are 100% comfortable with losing. Professional forex price chart trade have a winning edge which is developed via technical analysis. More on its part 4. There are also fundamental analysis trades and trades who use a combination of both analysis techniques. We will discuss all of the basic letters. A professional forex trader understands that reading a price chart is both art and skill, and as such, they do not try to mechanize or automate the process of trading as each movement in the market is unique. So it takes a flexible and dynamic trading strategy to trade the market with a high probability edge. How do pro traders trade the forex market? There are many different trading strategies and systems that pro traders use to trade the markets with, but generally speaking, professional traders do not use overly complicated trading methods and rely mainly on the raw price data of the market to take their analysis and predictions. To be comprehensive, I wanted to give you guys a brief overview of all primary different styles and ways people trade the forex market. Automated or robot trading. Software based trading system, also known as forex trading robots, are created by converting a set of trading rules into code that a computer can make use of. The computer will then run this code via trading software that scans the markets for trades that meet the requirement of the trading rules contained in the code. The trade are then executed automatically via the trades broker. Discretionary trading. That forex trading depend on a trade's gut trading feel or trading skill to analyze and trade the market. That trading allow for a more flexible approach than automated trading, but it does take a certain amount of the time to develop your trading skill. Most professional forex traders are that trading because they understand the market is a dynamic and constantly flow entity that is best traded by the human mind. Technical trading. Technical trading or technical analysis involved analysis of a market price chart for making one trading decision. Technical analysis trades use price pattern or technical signal or trade the market with an edge. The common belief amongst technical analysis trade is that all economic variables are represented by and factored into the price movement on a price chart. Fundamental trading. Fundamental trading or new trading is a trading technique where traders rely heavily on market news to make their trading analysis and predictions. Fundamental news does drive price movement, but oftentimes the market will react differently than what a particular news release would imply due to the fact that market participants often buy on expectation of future events and sell once the reality of said future event occurs. This is another main reason many pro traders rely more heavily on technical analysis than fundamental analysis. Although many do use a combination of the two. Day trading. Day trading who day trade the forex market are in and out of the market within one day. This means they typically buy and sell currencies over a very short period of time and they may enter and exit numerous trades in the day. Scalping. Scalping is a similar to day trading but it relies on more frequent and short term trades than even day trading does. It is a trading style that refers to jumping in and out of the market many times a day to scalp a few pips here and a few pips there, generally with little regard for placing logical stop losses. Scalping is generally not recommended by experienced pro traders because it is essentially just gambling. Swing trading or position trading. This style of trading involves taking a short to mid-term view on the market and trade whose swing trade will be in a trade anywhere from a few hours to several days or weeks. Swing or position trade are generally looking to trade with the near term daily chart momentum and typically enter anywhere from 2 to 10 trade per month on average. Next, range trading. Range trading involves trading a market that is consolidating between a views support and resistance level. By watching for trading signals near the support and resistance boundaries of the trading range, there have a high probability entry scenario with risk and reward placement. Trend trading. Trend trade are also who wait for the market to trend and then take advantage of the high probability movement by looking for the entire within the trend. An uptrend is considered to be in a place when the market is making highest high and higher low, and a downtrend is in place when a market is making lower highs and lower lows. By looking for entries within a trading market, trade have the best chance at making a large profit on the risk. Trade who continuously try to trade against the trend by trying to pick the top and bottom of the market generally lose money quite quickly. Professional forex traders, largely trend traders, counter trend trading. Trends do indeed end, and if you are a savvy and skilled trader, you can successful trader a counter trend move. But this should not be tried until trend trading has been mastered, as counter trend trading is inherently more risky than trading trend. And there can be many false tops or bottom in a trend before the real one emerges. Carry trading. Carry trading, or simply the carry trade as it called, is the strategy of simply buying a high interest rate currency against a low rate currency and holding the position for what is usually a long period of time. Forex broker will pay trade the interest rate difference or swap between two currencies for each day the position is held. The risk here is that high yielding currencies are susceptible to large sell-off. The market lose risk. Since these currencies are generally considered risky than safe haven currency like the United States dollar or Japanese yen. So it's good idea to trail your stop loss up to lock in the profit as the carry trade move in your favor. Professional forex trader versus amateur forex trader. Professional forex trading might seem like something of an or difficult goal for those of you are struggling to trade profitability or just beginning to trade, but there are a few key differences between pro trader and immature trader that you would be aware of to help you improve your trading or get started on the right track if you are a new. The important role of banks in forex trading. Banks play a very important role in forex trading. In fact, most of the market plays against larger banks, hedge fund and big money player commercial banks such as banks and Barclays provide liquidity to the forex market due to the trading volume they handle every day. Some of the trading represents foreign currencies conversion on behalf of customers needs, while some is carried out by the bank's property trading desk for speculative purpose. The bottom line is that we retail forex traders are small change compared to the bigger players like commercial bank, hedge funds and the other big players. We can profit from the moves these big players cause in the market by finding our own edge in the market and trading with this discipline. Buying and selling. The basic idea of trading the market is to buy low and sell high, or sell high and buy low. I know that probably sound a little weird to you because you are probably thinking, how can I sell something that I don't own? Well, in the forex market, when you sell a currency pair, you are actually buying the currency, the second currency in the pair, and selling the base currency, the first currency in the pair. In the case of a non-forex example, through selling short seem a little confusion like if you were to sell a stock or commodity. The basic idea here is that your broker lends you the stock or commodity to sell and then you must buy it back later to close the transaction. Essentially, since there is no physical delivery, it is possible to sell a security with your broker since you will give it back to them at a later date, hopefully at a lower price. Long versus short. Another great thing about the forex market is that you have more of a potential to profit in both rising and falling markets due to the fact that there is no market base like the bullish base of stock. Anyone who has traded for a while now that the fastest money in made the falling market. So if you learn to trade both bull and bear markets, you will have plenty of opportunities to profit. Long. When we go long, it means we are buying the market and we want to market to rise so that we can then sell back or position at a higher price than we bought for. This means we are buying the first currency in the pair and selling the second. So, if we buy the euro USD and the euro strength relative to the US dollar, we will be in a profitable trade. Short. When we go short, it means we are selling the market and so we want the market to fall so that we can then buy back or position at a low price than we sold it for. This means we are selling the first currency in the pair and buying the second. So if we sell the GBP USD and the British pound weakens relative to the United States dollar, we will be in a profitable trade. Order types. Now it's time to cover order types. When you execute a trade in the forex market, it is called an order. There are different orders type and they can vary between brokers. All brokers provide some basic order types. There are other special order type that are not offered by all brokers through and we will cover them all below. Market order. A market order is an order that is placed at the market and it is executed intensely at the best available price. Limit entry order. A limit entry order is placed to either buy below the current market price or sell above the current market price. This is a bit tricky to understand at first, so let me explain. If the Euro USD is currently trading at 1.32 and you want to go sell the market, it is reached 1.3250. You can place a limit sell order and then if the market touches 1.3250 it will fill you short. Thus the limit sell order is placed above current market price. If you want to buy the Euro USD at 1.3050 and the market is trading at 1.31, you would place your limit buy order at 1.30 and then if the market hits that level, it will fill you long. Thus the limit buy order is placed below current market price. Stop entry order. A stop entry order is placed to buy above the current market price or sell below it. For example, if you want to trade long but you want to enter on a breakout of a resistance area, you would place your buy stop just above the resistance and you would get filled as price moves up into your stop entry order. The opposite hold true for a sell stop entry if you want to sell the market. Stop loss order. A stop loss order is an order that is connected to a trade for the purpose of everything further losses. If the price moves beyond a level that you specify, the stop loss is perhaps the most important order in the forex trading, since it gives you the ability to control your risk and limit losses. This order remains in effect until the position is liquidated or you modify or cancel the stop loss order. Trailing stop. The trailing stop loss order is an order that is connected to a trade like the standard stop loss, but a trailing stop loss move or trail the current market price as your trade moves in your favor. You can typically set your trailing stop loss to trail at the certain distance from current market price. It will not start moving until or unless the price moves greater than the distance you specify. For example, If you set a 50 pips trailing stop on the Euro USD, the stop will not move up until your position in your favor by 51 pips and move 51 pips above where your trailing stop is. So this way you can look in profit as the market moves in your favor while still giving the trade room to grow and breathe. Trailing stop are best used in strong trading market. Go till cancelled order. GTC. A good till cancel order is exactly what it say, good until you cancel. If you place a GTC order, it will not expire until you manually cancel it. Be careful with these because you did not want to set a GTC and the forget about it only to have the market fill you a month later in a potentially unfavorable position. Good for the day order GFD. A good for day order remains active in the market until the end of the trading day. In Forex, the trading day ends at 5 p.m. or New York time. The exact time a GFD expired might vary from broker to broker, so always check with your broker. One cancel the other order OCO. A one cancel the other order is essentially two sets of order. It can consist of two entry order, two stop loss order, two entry and two stop loss orders essentially. When one order is executed, the other is cancelled. So if you want to buy or sell the Euro USD because you are a breakout from consolidation but you don't know which way the market will break, you can place a buy entry and stop loss above the consolidation and a sell entry with stop loss below the consolidation. If the buy entry get filled, for example, the sell entry and its connected stop loss will both be cancelled instantly. A very handy order to use when you are not sure with the direction the market will move but a large move. One trigger the other order OTO. This order is the opposite of an OCO order because instead of cancelling an order upon filling one, it will trigger another order upon filling one. Lot size or contract size. In forex position are in term of lots, the common is standard lot, mini lot, micro lot and nano lot. We can see example of each of these in the chart below and the number of units they each represent. How to calculate profit and loss. Now let's move on the calculation profit and loss. Let's use a pair without the United States dollar as a currency since these are the trickier ones. The rate of the USD is currently 0.91. Let's say we are looking to sell the USD. This means we will be working with the bid price of 0.9191 or the rate at which in the market is prepared to buy from you. You then sell one standard lot 1 lakh units at 0.91. A couple of days later, the price moved to 0.9091 or 0.9095, and you decide to take your profit of 96 pips. But what dollar amount is that? The new price of the USD is 0.9091 or 0.9095. Since you are now closing the trade, you are working with the ask price. Since you are going to buy the currency pair to offset the sell order you previously initiated. So since the ask price is now 0.9095, this is the price the market is willing to sell the currencies pair to you, or the price that you can buy it back at the since you initially sold it. The difference between the price you sold 0.9191 and the price you want to buy back at 0.9095 is 0.0096 or 96 pips. Using the formula from above, we now have 0.0001 multiplied by 1 lakh is equal to $10.99 per pip multiplied by 96 pips $1055. For currency pair where the US dollar is the currency, calculating profit or loss is pretty simply really. You simply take the number of pips you gained or lost and multiply by the dollar per pips you are trading. Here's an example. Let's say you trade in the Euro USD and you buy it at 1.30, but the price moved down and hits your stop at 1.31. You just lost 100 pips. If you are trading one standard lot, you would have lost $1,000 because one standard lot of pair with the United States dollar as the currency. $10 per pip and $10 per pip multiplied by 100 pips is equal to $1,000. If you had traded one mini lot, you would have lost $100 since one mini lot of USD pair is equal to $1 per pip and $1 multiplied by 100 pips is equal to $100. You can also use our Forex trade position size calculator for these calculations. What is the price action analysis? Price action analysis is the analysis of the price movement of a market over time. By learning to read the price action of a market, we can determine a market's directional basis as well as trade from recurring price action pattern or price action setups that reflect change or contribution in market sentiments. In simpler terms, price action analysis is the use of the natural or raw price movement of a market to analyze and trade. This means you are making all of your trading decisions based purely on the price bars on a naked or indicator free price chart. All economic variables create price movement, which can be easily seen on a market's price chart. Whether an economic variable is filtered down through a human trade or a computer trade, the movement that it creates in the market will be easily visible on a price chart. Therefore, instead of trying to analyze a million economic variables each day, this is impossible. You can simply learn to trade from price action analysis because this style of trading allows you to easily analyze and make use of all market variables by simply reading and trading of the price action created by said market variables. How do you apply price action analysis to the forex market? First, I want to say that price action analysis can be used to trade any financial market since it simply makes use of the core price data of the market. However, my personal favorite market to trade is the forex market, mainly due to its deep liquidity which makes it easy to enter and exit the market, and also because the forex market tend to have better trending condition as well as more valuable which make for better directional trading and also price action trading to really shine. My own personal approach to trading and teaching price action trading is that you can trade effectively from a few time tested price action setups. There really is no need to try and trade from 25 different price patterns. The forex market moves in a relatively patient most of the time. So all we need in a handful of effective price action entry setups to give us a good chance at finding and entering high probability trades. The first thing you need to do is to apply price action to the forex market. It is the strip your chart of all indicators and get a clean price chart with only the price bar in a color you like. I choose simple black and white or blue and red for my colors, but you can pick whichever color you like. What is the price action trading signal? Next, let's discuss how we can use price action analysis to find entire into the forex market from a raw price chart. As a result of years of trading the market, I have boiled down all I have learned into my own unique method of trading with price action. This method consists of a handful of every specific price action entry trigger that can provide you with a high probability entry into the market. Essentially, what we are looking for is recurring price pattern that tell us something about what the market might do in the near future. For purpose of brevity and out of respect for my paid members, I won't give away all of my trading strategies and entry triggers here, but you can learn more about the trading strategies that I teach in my trading course. In the chart below, we are going to look at the particularly good price action signal for trading with trends that include is strategy. How to use price action analysis to determine a market's trend. You will probably come across many different indicators designed to tell you what the trend of a market is. However, the most time tested and trusted way of determining a market's trend is simply to look at the daily chart and analyze the market's price action. To identify a downward, we look for pattern of lower high and low something annotated by LH and LL. To identify an uptrend, we look for pattern of higher and higher lows, sometimes by HH and HL. Where and when should you trade a price action signal? In my trading course, I focus heavily on teaching my members how to trade with confluence. When I say trading with confluence, I am basically referring to looking for areas or level in the market that are clearly significant. Confluence mean when things came together or intersect us. When we are looking to trade with confluence, we are trying to put together an abuse price action signal with a significant level in the market. There are different factors or confluence that we can watch for it. Line charts. Line charts are good at giving you a quick view of overall market trend as well as support and resistance level. They are not really particular to trade off the because you cannot see the individual price bar, but if you want to see the trend of the market in a clear manner, you should check out the line charts of your favorite market from time to time. Line charts are made by connecting a line from the high price of one period to the high price of the next, low to low, open to open, or close to close by far. Line charts that show a connection from one closing price to the next are the most useful and most widely used. This is because the losing price of a market is deemed the most important since it determines who won the battle between the bulls and the bears of the time. Let's look at the example of a daily line chart of the Euro USD. Now we discuss about common forex mistakes and traps. There are common mistakes and traps that give nearly all traders trouble at some point in their trading careers. So let's cover the most common mistake that traders make which keep them from making money in the markets. Analyze paralysis. There is a virtually unlimited amount of forex news variables that can restrict a trader as well as tons and tons of trading system and trading software. You will need to shift through all of these variables and forge a trading strategy that is simple yet effective. Warning, this can be a very difficult task for beginners traders. The reason why is that most traders seem to think that more is better, when in reality, more is actually worse. As it relates to forex trading, there really is no need to sit in front of your computer for hours on end analyzing forex news reports or numeric indicators. Overtrading. Most traders do not make money in the makers over the long run of one simple reason. They trade way too much. One curious fact of trading is that most traders do very well in demo accounts. But then when they start trading real money, they do horribly. The reason for this is that in demo trading there is virtually no emotion involved since your real money is not on the line. So this goes to show that emotion is the number one destroyer of trading success. Traders who overtrade are operating purely on emotion. Trading when your predefined trading edge is not actually present is overtrading. Trading if you have no trading plan or have not mastered a trade edge yet is your trading essentially. You need to know exactly what you are looking for in the market and the only trade when your edge is present. Trading too much causes you to rake up transaction cost, spread or commission, and it also causes you to lose money a lot faster since you are purely gambling in the market. You need to take a calm and calculated approach to the market, not a drunken gambler's approach. Not applying risk reward and money management correctly. Risk management is critical to achieving success in the market. Risk management involves controlling your risk per trade to a level that is troubled for you. Most traders ignore the fact that they could lose on any trade. If you know and accept that you could lose on any trade, why would you ever risk more than you were comfortable with losing? Yet traders make this mistake time and time again, the mistake of risk too much money per trade. It only takes one overlarge trade that goes against you to set off a chain of emotional trading errors that wipes out your trading accounts a lot faster than you think. No trading plan and no routine or discipline. No having a forex trading plan is most prevent trading mistake the forex trader make. Many traders seem to think that they will create a trading plan later or after they start making money or that they simply don't need one or can just keep it in their heads. All of these are simply keeping traders from achieving the success they so badly desire. If you don't have a forex trading plan that detail all of your action in the market as well as your overall trading approach, you will be far. Gambling mindset beginner traders especially need a forex trading plan to solidify their trading strategy and to create a guide that they keep up to trade the market from, and you cannot keep it in your hand. Trading real money too soon or gambling it. The urge to jump into the market and start trading real money is often too much for most traders to. However, the truth is that until you have mastered an effective forex trading strategy like price action trading, you really should not be trade real money. By mastering the strategy, I mean you should be successful with it on a demo account for a period of 3 to 6 months or more. Prior to going live, however, you don't want to see demo account. Trading as a crutch trading a real amount is different due to the real emotions involved. So just be sure you switch to real money trading after you have achieved success on demo. The psychology of forex trading. I have been a trader long enough to know a thing or two about how most people think while trading the market. You see, most people experience similar thinking pattern and emotion they have traded the markets. I would be lying to you if I said that success in the forex market depends entirely on the system or strategy you use because it does not. It actually depends mostly on your mindset and on you have think about the react to the market. However, most forex websites trying to sell some indicator or robots based trading system will not tell you this because they want you to believe that you can make money in the market simply by buying their trading product. I prefer to tell people the truth, and the truth is that having an effective and non confusing trading strategy is very important, but it is only one piece of the pie. The bigger portion of the pie is mining your trades correctly and managing your emotions correctly. If you do not do these two things, you will never make money in the markets over the long term. Why most traders lose money? You have probably heard that most people who attempt forex trading end up losing money. There's good reason for this, and the reason is primarily that most people think about trading in the wrong legit. Most people come into the market with ex- un- unreliable reactions. such as thinking they are going to quit their jobs after a month of trading or thinking they are going to turn $1,000 into $1 lakh in a few months. These expectations work to foster an account destroying trading mindset in most traders because they felt too much pressure or need to make money in the markets. When you being trading with this need or pressure to make money, you invariably end up trading emotional, which is the fastest way to lose your money. What emotions should we watch for in yourself while trading? To be a little bit more specific about emotional trading, let's go over some of the most common emotional trading mistakes that trade make. Greed. There is an old saying that you may have heard regarding trading the markets. It goes something like this: bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. I basically mean that if you are a greedy pig in the market, you are almost certainly going to lose of your money. Traders are greedy when they do not take profit because they think a trade is going to go forever in their favor. Another thing that greedy traders do is add to a position simply because the market has moved in their favor. You can add to your trade if you do so for logical price action based reason, but doing so only because the market has moved in your favor a little bit is usually an action born out of greed. Risking too much on a trade from the very start is a greedy thing to do so. The point here is that you need to be very careful of greed because it can snake up on you, quickly destroy your trading account. Fear. Traders become fearful of entering the market usually when they are new to trading and have not yet mastered an effective trading strategy like price action trading, in which case they should not be trading real money. Yet anyway, fear can also arise in a trade after they hit a series of losing trade of after suffering a loss target than what they are emotionally capable of observing. The conquer fear of the market, you primarily have to make sure you are never risking more money when you are totally okay with the losing on a trade. Revenge. Traders experience a feeling of wanting revenge on the market when they suffer a long trade that they were sure would work out. The key thing there is that there is no sure thing in trading. Never also if you have risked too much money on a trade starting to see them here and you end up losing the money, there's a good chance you are going to want to try and jump back in the market to make the money back, which usually just lead to another loss and sometimes an even large one since you are just trading emotionally again. How to obtain and maintain an effective trading mindset. Obtaining and maintaining an effective forex trading mindset is the result of doing a lot of things right, and it is usually take a effort on the trader's behalf to accomplish this. It's not necessarily difficult to achieve, but if you want to develop an effective trading mindset, you have to accept certain facts about trading and then trade to market with these facts in mindset. You need to always manage your risk properly. If you do not control your risk on every single trade, you open the door for emotional trading to take hold of your mind. And I can promise you that when you start down the slippery slope of emotional forex trading, it can be very hard to stop your slide or even recognize that you are trading emotionally in the first place. You can largely eliminate the possibility of becoming and overly emotional. You need to not overtrade. Most traders trade way too much. You need to know what your trading edge is with 100 certainly and then only trade with its present. Once you start trading just because you feel like it, because you sort of see your trading edge, you kick off a roller coaster of emotional trading that can be very hard to stop. Don't start over trading, and you will likely not become an emotional forex trader. At close, I hope that you now have a solid understanding of the forex market and forex trading. Whatever path you decide to take in your forex trading career, I wish you all the best. And if you remember nothing else from my own, thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.